Hello everyone and welcome to the park. Now, this game's about a mother and a child and depression, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely certain. I'll just read up on some things. I'm gonna just jump into it so that there's no like messing around or anything, so let's do it. The continue game thing was just me testing if the game would run well. The park is a narrative experience best played in dark room wearing headphones. It deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Baer?
I haven't seen Mr. Baer, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Atlantic Island Park. Drink bingo. Bingo. Oh.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed.
It's a weird drink
Please
bingo.
make your way to the car park at your earliest
Don't
convenience.
understand that.
Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Press to interact with objects in the world.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Fancy. Atlantic Island Park. A tribute to the untamed heart and Solomon Island and the people who use their their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all the others to those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. Can I... what? Oh. Wouldn't let me get out of that thing.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine! Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
How does he know about the teddy bear? Press to shout.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Over here!
Shouting provides audio and visual clues to guide you.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
happened here.
I might have to lower... I don't really want to lower the actual graphics just yet, just because it might... Oh, I might have to. I don't know, the computer runs fine. It's that it's more... The recording gets all like laggy, I had no idea why. Okay.
It's easy to get lost here.
Ferris wheel, Octotron, bumper cars, roller coaster, sideshow, alley, entrance, house of horrors, tunnel of tales.
Callum, come back here right now! Come to mommy, Callum!
Carrie Killian is Satan's Hall. Okay.
I think this belongs to Callum. Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpture zone shows in the following locations: 11 AM Sideshow Alley, 1 PM the Octotron, 3 PM Park Entrance. Chad the Chipmunk worse than class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless fob. I have no idea what that thing was in the top left corner. Couldn't even read it. It was like cut off or something. Okay.
Callum, tell mommy where you are. Callum, stay where you are!
Come back here, Callum. Okay.
Come on, Mommy!
Is it gonna stop? Okay.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all four starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here! And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
I don't remember that part, but okay. Radio. No. That's just a nope. Okay.
Where are you, Callum?
Follow the trail, what?
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Okay.
Callum, where did you go? Another accident. This place.
Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The Bovemore is booked to cut the ribbon, and so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried the customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deducted what was needed from the band writings of Archide Henderson. It's astonishing to think that the resonant, I don't know, positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. So Henderson himself chose to use negative. Okay, and that caused some of the taint that still emerges in this place. I will not make his mistakes very soon. I will know of this has all been for nothing. Okay. Is that Callum's teddy bear with a knife in its eye? Maybe? No? Okay.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Probably can catch you, but the game won't allow me to. The hell? Okay. That's a nice visual. I like that. Little Ferris wheel, or little big Ferris wheel at the back, and then really nice ride looking thing in the front, the Octotron.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Eyewitnesses report Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness named Creed Norma. Statement: we were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Okay. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They gave me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when we first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice, but the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster. Like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit. And then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with a pickaxe. Ice pick, sorry. And the blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of the poor kids had landed in the ice sculptures, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Okay. And yet this is Callum's favourite place in the world. Yet that happens.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Okay, well, I can decrease it. Decrease the speed. Come on, can it stop? Okay. Where's the opening? Oh, there. Like a normal ride, I guess. Can I...
Come back!
Can I jump? No? Yes. Oh, there's a way around here then. It seems to not let me. I don't. Okay. Oh, okay. To touch something, and just go through. Oh. See someone there. Okay. I see him there. A bit fast now. I want to see him. Oh, okay. What the hell?
This.
That. What face is she making? And Callum does not even look like he's enjoying the place. And why is that there?
Treachery hides in thoughts. treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season is here. The season here really drags, sorry. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing and around gossiping, and most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve, see? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve the local lush as Chad, the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Look up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to the park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him. Packing up in the gutter outside this something station, I don't know. Because he saw as how can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he was just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell, but because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he stood there, not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and he came by. Chad, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything I'm writing, in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit, sorry. I don't want to see that Chipmunk suit ever again, Laura Henman. Okay. I still see you. Hello? Okay, well, I'm gonna head off then.
Stop! Callum! Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Okay, well guys, glad you're enjoying the, oh, I hope more that you're enjoying the video. I'm gonna leave it here, and, because I'm out of time, I'm going to continue off in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you want, comment down below. Again, with all my games, I'll leave the link to in the description, telling you where to go to buy the game if you want. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.